Alrighty guys, Rooster here. We have ourselves the Yardwork Pro 3, the Pure Power L8, and a little extra fan there. All here courtesy of Be Quiet. So all in all guys, think of this as a really good upgrade path. Because let's say you have yourselves an unlocked CPU, a pretty good, mid-level or even pretty freaking great, gaming PC, but you don't have, or rather not that you don't have, but you want to squeeze more out of it. Maybe you want a more efficient power supply. Or maybe you finally want to overclock that CPU of yours and you're stuck with a gimpy stock fan, or just not so good, aftermarket one. Maybe you you originally cut a few corners and now you saved up some money and now you really want to up your game. Alright, so we're going to start with the Yardwork Pro 3. Let's go ahead and get it out of the box. So as we get inside here guys, you see that we have the some really nice soft tone, it's very well protected and packaged. And then we have the accessories and mounting hardware, a lot of really heavy duty mounting hardware, because in the end this unit, this cooler is ginormous. It's beautiful, it's sexy, but all in all it's big, it's got a lot of thermal mass, so it's good to have the heavy duty hardcore accessories here to mount it with. Alright, so here we have the unit itself, and now we have a great big fat airplane in the sky. I mean, planes normally go in the planes normally go in the sky, but now we have dogs barking too. You know what? I don't care. I'm just going to keep filming. So here we have the unit itself, nice big 120mm fan here, and then we have an extra one, 135mm, I believe, right here. These are the Silent Wings models of fans from Be Quiet. Very nice. You see these little rows here, these little channels along each fin. That's going to help with reducing turbulence as air passes through, and therefore also translate to more quiet operation. So here you have a semi-dense fin arrangement, not overly dense, but that's in turn going to allow airflow to pass through easier, but also being that it's not too separated, it's clearly going to provide exceptional cooling. It's not just going to air is not just going to flow right through it and not, actually grab the heat away from the unit itself and from your processor. And here at the top we have a sexy brushed aluminum finish, which each of the end caps capped off. That's great. A lot of if you really care about aesthetics, this is really going to please you. But if you don't, no big deal. Plenty of other coolers have the end caps, but some just don't, and they have like they look like nipples, and you don't want nipples on your cooler, okay? So personally, that's me, unless the nipples are on something else. So here you have a sexy Be Quiet logo. Let's go ahead and go underneath. Here you have, I was originally thought it was 8, but it's actually 7 heat pipes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 heat pipes that come in contact with this shiny base right here. The shine doesn't really matter. It's more so just aesthetics, and I think it's almost kind of a race of like, hey, who can make the base the shiniest in the market? This is, let me do the Linus thing where he gets the finger and does the obligatory thing. Look at that. See that? Oh, even cameraman's getting turned on a little bit. But anyway, put that back on because it's so pretty. See these little dimples here though, by the way? That is going to help with dissipating your heat because they act like little air pockets. And that's just going to grab, heat, I want to say hot zones, if you will, of air. And that's just going to, be pushed out by these two fans. But these dimples will assist with that, and they're between each and every fin on the top, so you can barely see them in between there. It's kind of dark. But yeah, this is one hefty cooler. It's hot, it's sexy, but most importantly, it's quiet. And by the way, clearly this should be an obvious, but this will be supporting every FM and AM, socket from AMD, and basically any Intel socket on the market today, including 2011-3. So you have an X99 board, top of the line i7, you can definitely look into this if you want a really sexy black gunmetal kind of gray build, especially that. Alright, so guys, we're going to move on now to the Pure Power L8 500-watt version here. Now, power supply by Be Quiet. Here's the front. No one cares about the front, you just want to get inside, right? That's what she said. So here as we get inside, you open it up and we have the power supply unit itself. We have a nice thick power cord, thick gauge, and you also get some ties and the black screws, which go ahead and add to the aesthetic. So I mean, you're really going to be looking at the back of your case often, but at least you have black screws for that matter, that aren't all, silvery and may mess with your aesthetic if you care, a lot about that. So here we have the unit itself. Let's go ahead and unsheath it. Whoa! Wait, hold on a minute. Wait. Oh, Wait. Oh, okay, I had to do it once. I had to do it once. So here we have the unit. You know what? I'm actually going to go ahead and do this, so I don't scratch the beautifulness. So you have a nice, sexy, kind of, yeah, I'll say discreet, Be Quiet logo right here. Now, it would have been nice to have it on either side, but over here you have the nomenclature instead. So more than likely, if you have a bottom-mounted power supply case, or case with a bottom-mounted power supply mount, you're going to be seeing this side. That's no big deal, but if you have a window, it may bug you a bit, but many other makers and other brands have the same thing. Just maybe it would have been nice if maybe they had put this on top elsewhere, but I've seen other power supply units where they have the logo on both sides, and they always face upright. So that way, any orientation you have it in, you're going to have the logo correctly oriented for you to see and enjoy. So here you have the fan itself, nice and pretty. You have a little kind of a gray accent of a ring around here. Got this grill here to protect your fingers and anything else. You don't want to be putting your finger in here, because if you do, you're doing it wrong. Here you have the back, nice little honeycomb thing going on here, like every power supply does. Be Quiet logo, your power switch, power cord plug. And here you have your sleeved, semi-sleeved cables. I mean, no big deal. I mean, if you want something that's more cleanly sleeved, without all the colors coming through of all the cables, then you're definitely going to want to look into a higher SKU of a power supply by Be Quiet, or maybe even go and, you know, sleeve them yourself if you actually want to go through that trouble. But the one thing, I mean, this has everything you need. 20 plus 4 pin, your PCIe, your CPU, which is 8 or 4 depending on your motherboard, and a bunch of Molex, a bunch of SATA power. That's awesome. Mind you, this is 500 watts, so I would be probably just using one graphics card on this, you know, either one high-end graphics card or one mid-level, or if you're lucky, you can get 2 mid-level graphics cards with 1 6-pin power each card. Then maybe you can get away with 2. But remember, this is only 500 watts with 28 amps on the first 12-volt rail and 20 amps on the second. So yes, this does have 2 12-volt rails. I don't personally like, you know, 2 12-volt rails or more than one. I like one big, strong 12-volt rail, but no big deal there. I haven't heard anything to suggest that these have been finicky with the multiple rails, but we shall see. So the one thing I would have changed, you know, I can see why they did this. You know, they made the PCIe connectors blue so they stand out, but at the same time, you have the PCIe, you know, text right here, labeling it, clearly labeling it, so you know which one is which. Now, for them to make it blue, I can see why, so you can probably identify them, but it's probably going to ruin your aesthetic if you're going for a color scheme. So you're going to have these blue connectors on the top of your graphics cards, and that may or, you know, maybe if you have a Sapphire Vapor X 290X where it's got blue accents, it may not be such a big deal, but it may ruin your aesthetic if you care for that sort of thing. So actually, let's go ahead and pop the hood here, because we're going to go ahead and check out the inside, which not a whole lot of reviewers do, but a handful do, and maybe you guys would be interested to see exactly what is going on inside this unit. Alright, so here we have the hood removed, if you will. We have a Silent Wings branded fan here. And if you can see the inside, by the way, the innards are made by HEC. I went ahead and definitely confirmed that. HEC is a brand that makes a lot of componentry and assembles a lot, well, the parts in general for many other brands. And they're really well renowned for their quality. Now, maybe some other people prefer, you know, there's some higher end models from other brands that use Seasonic parts, and maybe a lot of other people prefer their innards to be from Seasonic, or maybe even want to see the brand doing more stuff in-house. But who knows? I'm not exactly sure what is up Be Quiet sleeve in the near future, but we shall see what they provide us with. So we have some high quality capacitors here. These are rated at 85C, but these over here are 105C. It's good to see that. So I don't imagine this unit to get very, very hot, but it's good to see that they are rated rather high in that regard. So you have plenty of headroom as far as heat is concerned. But I'm not, like I said, imagining that this is going to get rather hot. These fans are rather efficient. They're Silent Wings. And yeah, so that is that. Nice little sexy innards here. Look at these heat sinks. That's nothing special. I'm just making it sound like it's really special. But look at these coils. Look at these heat sinks. Look at these caps. Don't pop a cap. That's bad. But also to add, you don't see a whole lot of glue in here too, which is usually to insulate noise. maybe help with a little bit of the heat, but more so for coil wine. When you see a bunch of the coils themselves just doused in glue, it's normally to cover up, you know, the fact that the components probably just aren't the greatest, and you may very well get coil wine. But there's not a whole lot of glue in here. It's very nice and clean. And but yeah, you know, I'll do some further testing in a video if you guys definitely want to see that. Definitely leave a comment on this video. So guys, that's pretty much it. As you can see, we went over the power supply, the L8 Pure Power 500 watt power supply, and the Dark Rock Pro 3. Two exceptional, really top of the line options if you want to upgrade on your system, you know, up your game, overclock your CPU, give your whole system some cleaner, better, more efficient power, mind you, because this is 80 plus bronze. I think I actually forgot to mention that this entire time, but nonetheless, great options for an upgrade if you see yourself, you know, wanting to upgrade in the near future, save up some money, and maybe consider these as your options. So guys, remember, don't forget to subscribe, like this video, dislike it if you disliked it. Watch me on Twitter, or follow me rather, over at Rooster or Cokedupcanary. You can find me on Reddit, and where the hell else am I? I'm on Twitch and Hitbox if you guys ever want to catch a live stream on there as well. So again, thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you in the next video.